BBC has spoken to the man behind the tense and secret operation to get María Corina Machado out of Venezuela to receive her Nobel Peace Prize. The covert operation took an American private team 15 hours to complete. The Venezuelan opposition leader had been in hiding and faces prosecution by the government of President Nicolás Maduro. Brian Stern from the Grey Ball Rescue Foundation and leader of the operation has been speaking to the BBC's Ione Wells. He explained the obstacles they had to overcome to get Ms. Machado safely to Norway.
The format of the recipe we kind of already had. We had a plan A, B, and C, and D. She's coming out by land or by sea or by air. That's the way it goes. And we start to explore what is possible, what can we do, and more importantly, what can we do with her? She is the problem, right? There are billboards with her face all over it, so I can't exactly sneak her across. The way we're going to do this is very complicated. We considered a lot of different ways, a lot of different ideas, and that's what these things are. You whiteboard it. And you start saying, okay, well, here's an idea, and you start walking through it and trying to figure out where the gaps are and where the vulnerabilities are. Then you assess, can you mitigate those risks and vulnerabilities? And if you get to a yes, that becomes your plan. So that's how we got to this plan. So there was a land component. She was in a house. She was in hiding. She had to get moved from there to a BLS, to a pickup spot for a boat, and a boat took her from Venezuela right off the coast to a bigger boat. That's the boat that I was on, and that big boat, that bigger boat, and it's not a big boat, it's a bigger boat. Still a very small boat. Still a very small boat. In very rough seas, 5 to 10 foot waves, which is very rough seas, especially for these kinds of small boats, in pitch black darkness, rendezvoused at sea. And we transferred Maria from one boat to the next and then drove her very far. Well, we were, if our boat sunk, we were much closer to Venezuela than any other country for perspective. We were right off the coast. The journey was not fun. It was cold. It was very wet. Extremely weak. We were all soaked.